This week from the internet, the John Cena retirement tour screeches to a halt, and I can't see any way they can screw this one up, and he just tapped out. Plus, Street Fighter returns to theaters with an all-new film featuring even more pro wrestlers eager to do literally anything else. Yabba Dabba Doo! Jada Toys leaves no Flintstone unturned in their efforts to combine the action figure aisle with the breakfast table. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who can't see John Cena because he doesn't watch Pluribus, Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right. I'm too cheap for Apple TV.
Is it even that expensive? I feel like it's one of the cheaper streaming.
I feel like if I buy something online, I get a promotional code for it at the end of the purchase,
Yes.
and I'm like, get me off of whatever is going on here. I don't need it.
It's definitely worth it for Severance and Pluribus. I think there's something else. There's like a show that has Harrison Ford on it and the guy from the Muppet movie.
Oh.
What is it called? Thinking, walking, therapying, something like that. It's something like that. That was pretty good. We were watching that, but I kind of gave up.
Yeah.
My wife gave up. Oh, she likes Ted Lasso too, I think. Isn't that on Apple TV?
Is
that not? Oh, it is. Okay.
I enjoyed Ted Lasso, but I didn't finish it fast enough.
I did not.
My
like
wife, my wife fell out of interest, and I was like, "But this is so fun."
It's not though. It's not.
I just feel happy.
Back, though, so maybe.
Okay.
Man, I don't like my media to be happy. I would like reality to be happy. I escape. I don't see. It's all, the world is messed up. We don't need happy media. We need happy reality. And then the media should be all depraved and mean and shit. Like remember like Seinfeld? Like those people were mean. Watching it back, like holy shit. I gotta do it.
We were all like that.
Seinfeld.
We were all like that at one point. We were.
We were still in high school when that was going on. I remember the finale of
we were
Seinfeld.
In middle school. We were in middle school.
Oh, even younger. We had like a band recital. Like, was it Christmas? Like Christmas concert. Our band. It was the same night as the finale of Seinfeld, and I remember the guy introducing it, being like, "Well, go quick. We'll get you home, so you can watch Seinfeld." People didn't have DVRs, and today, whatever. But yeah.
I remember lending friends a copy of the Puerto Rican Day Parade episode on VHS, and then we were at a end of year dance that one of our other classmates had hosted. Her parents had actually booked a function room for all the 8th graders to dance. You didn't go, and
in any dances.
They brought the tape back then, and then I accidentally forgot it. And historically and famously, that episode was banned for a while and didn't return until the DVD was released. Yeah, I couldn't watch it. It's
early days of eBay. You could have sold that.
Were you ever big into Seinfeld, or was it just like,
okay,
like
so
our
our friends were really into it, I remember.
Yes.
Because I think they thought they were Seinfeld. I think the characteristics of Seinfeld lined up that they probably thought they just saw a lot of themselves in Seinfeld.
Sure.
Now it's being a millionaire. That's what they see themselves. Anyways, I did end up getting really into Seinfeld. So yes, I watched that religiously once I was hooked. That was one of the shows. Like Friends, I kind of like dabbled in, but I definitely did not watch every episode of Friends. I did watch every episode of Seinfeld. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it at the time. Now I really got to go back and watch it because I feel like it'll be a whole other experience knowing, how things turned out. Like because we were kids. We didn't get a lot of it. There was layers to it. But yeah. Well, speaking of finales, the finale of Seinfeld tonight was Saturday night's main event or whatever. And it was John Cena of Peacemaker fame. Also, did you know that John Cena? Here's a fun fact. John Cena, before becoming an actor, was a professional wrestler, and he wrestled for a number of years in the World Wrestling Entertainment. That's what it's called. It's called the World Wrestling Entertainment. And tonight was his last match. He decided it wasn't one of those things where it's like loser leaves town. He was like, this is it, win or lose, I'm done. And he lost. He lost his last match. So everyone that paid literally thousands of dollars to be there gets to leave and be like, womp womp. That's a fun car ride home. Welp, money well spent. We could have seen this outcome any time in the last 40 years.
You just have to make it seem that much more realistic. Be like, oh, yep, the guy that you expected to win lost. Like, oh, dang.
Oh, it's so realistic. It's so funny how the wrestling, WWE in particular, I think everyone was like, Vince is gone. Triple H, he's going to get to do what he wants. Cody Rhodes, he's a champion. He won that WrestleMania where Cody Rhodes won the belt. I was like, holy shit, wrestling is so much fun. And then almost immediately, it was not. And it's ever, it was on Netflix. I watched that debut on Netflix, and I don't think I've watched a single episode. I don't even know what channel it's on anymore. And I used to be like, growing up, Monday Night Raw, Monday Nitro, I would flip back and forth. Like, I was a hardcore wrestling fan. And I just think that it's finally in my head where I'm like, this is nothing. It's not fun anymore, because it's like back then you still had that sort of like, well, obviously it's predetermined, but these guys are out there, and like the moves they were doing, it was like possible that it was still sort of like, maybe they were doing it on the fly, but now it's just like jumping here, jumping there, and like, you go listen to what Bret Hart says. Bret Hart, my all-time favorite, and I agree 100%. Wrestling is too unrealistic now. It's just Cirque du Soleil, 100% what it is, and if you like that, great. But I don't think the storyline. I was always a fan of the storylines. I would cover my eyes during the wrestling part because I was like, don't get hurt. I just liked when they would talk and you would see the progression of storylines. Couldn't tell you anything that's going on right now. None of it is interesting to me. Like, my favorite guy, current generation guy, it was CM Punk. He came back after 10 years or whatever to AEW. It was a huge deal. I was like, holy shit. Then he came back to WWE and like, it was a big deal. Holy shit. And then like, even that is not enough for me to care. Like, like one of my all-time favorites. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But that's fine. There are people. Holy shit, there are so many wrestling podcasts and wrestling action figure podcasts. Like, clearly people like this shit. And good for them. I'm glad there are people still liking it. I still like the toys. I appreciate the wrestling toys. But the product is just not. It's just... And then you have, like, deathmatch wrestling. And I was like, this should be illegal. You should not be able to do this in public. Oh, my God. I try to think of wrestling as, like, improv. And instead of, like, telling, funny scenarios, you're fighting. Because what's more fun than play fighting? Growing up, like, what was more fun than play fighting? I see my kids play fighting or real fighting, and I'm like, there's nothing more fun. When I was at medieval nights and my son was wailing on me with one of those light up axes, and I was pretending it would hurt, I was like, like, that's so fun. But it just doesn't translate anymore, and I can't watch it. I'd rather be doing it, but obviously I don't want to do it.
There you go. Start your own independent wrestling league with your kids and be like, this is just...
There's enough.
Our league, guys.
Just our league. I was thinking about building a wrestling ring in the backyard because they just need a space to do stuff. They just need to, and not in the house where the toys are.
Get a trampoline.
We have that. I do want to get like a bigger one. My wife is against it because like when she was growing up, someone broke their leg on it, and I do think that my son would break his leg. I do feel like the I was just telling you off the air, he broke the Switch today because he got so mad at a Pokemon. He was like, "Arr!" And it cracked. He just raged. He just raged, and like but like honestly, when we were kids, I remember throwing the fucking NES controller and like trying to break it in half like it's a board because you get so mad. But it was so stupid. He was telling me, he was like, I was trying to get points and the timer ran out. I was like, well, you weren't even like trying to like, and you could it's not like back in the day where it's like you couldn't restart where you were. You couldn't there were no save points. Like you died, you had to play the whole game over again. Like you are allowed to be angry
auto
if that happens.
Save feature. But no. If you want our 14-foot trampoline, my kids have only used it 3 times, and I have to. Keep trying to think to take it down because there's snow up here and I don't want to ruin it.
That's true. That is tricky. But there's hurricanes down here, and that could. I'm just waiting for. You ever heard of like the what's the thing with cats where people find like cats come to them? I'm just waiting for the trampoline thing to come to us from the hurricane, like blow.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, one will just blow into your yard. It's perfect.
That's what I'm waiting for. It's what I'm waiting for.
There you go. That makes sense.
But it was John Cena's last match. He lost, which is what you're supposed to do because then it elevates the guy that you were fighting. And the guy, he is younger. He's like a current guy. He's not like an old guy.
Who was he fighting?
So that's fine. His name is Gunther. He is a German wrestler. But he's one of these guys. You can look him up. He's been wrestling since he was a kid. He was doing like backyard wrestling. And it's funny because he's like, look at him then. And he was like, he looked like me when I was a kid doing backyard wrestling, like real tubby. he had like green hair. Like he was going for it. But now, man, he is svelte. He is in good shape. So he's put in the work. So good for him. But something just happened. John Cena, man, we are just being inundated with John Cena action figures. Mattel just, they are getting every last drop of milk out of those udders while they can. And I think enough is enough, honestly. I feel like we have like how many men in jean shorts do you need? Like the t-shirts are different, but that, you get to a point where you're like, enough, okay? Enough. There was a Reddit post where somebody said, "Were you a fan of John Cena?" And I just hopped in there and I was like, oh, everyone's going to be like, yeah, he's the best. He's the GOAT. But no, everyone's like, he sucks. I was never a fan. I was too old. Like his like shtick is for kids. And I was like, yeah, that's the correct answer. If you were a kid, you were probably like, oh, it's Superman or Batman. It's like a superhero doing unbelievable things. But if you were like an adult fan who went through the Attitude Era or even before that, and if your favorite wrestler was Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart, you're probably looking at what John Cena's doing and you're like, this kind of sucks. I don't like this at all. So that's how I felt. I was a fan right away when he was doing his like rapping gimmick and he was a bad guy, and then he turned good because people really embraced that. And he's from Boston, so it was like, okay, that's cool. But like they really pushed him hard, and he was the face of the company during those lean years, and there were a lot of lean years. Like holy shit. And you just get sick of the same thing over and over again. And like I telling the fans were like, we don't want this, and Vince was like, I don't care, it makes money, kids like it, whatever, blah blah blah. So he's gone. Off to
until he's not.
Well, listen, he can come back. I don't care. Retirement in wrestling is such a stupid thing. Like nobody stays retired. Who has stayed retired? Shawn Michaels even had like a match in Saudi Arabia because they paid him literally millions of dollars to do it, and he was bald. It was a mess. Holy shit. Ric Flair, good God, he can come back. I do not care. I think he won't come back because now he thinks he's not that he's above it, but he's above it. And he's gonna go out and become like an actor, and he's gonna lose muscle, and he's gonna try to look like a human. Because I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I am fairly certain that John Cena is not of this planet. So the fact that they got him to play a character on Pluribus, which is, they're all sort of like an alien, virus hive mind. Good casting. He really nailed that. Like, I don't know if this guy's from this planet. Like, yeah, I believe that. The role he was born to play on whatever planet he was born on. But yeah, he's a weird guy. His image is pretty squeaky clean right now. There have been people coming out talking about how he was sort of a bully behind the scenes, which I feel like in wrestling is just sort of accepted, which it should not be, and I think it's not anymore. But at the time, I think that was more accepted than it should have been, and maybe he held down some people that would have been bigger stars because he had to protect his spot. He was so worried about being the top wrestler. Now he just walks away and he's like, well, now I'm an actor. I don't need this shit anymore. But that's fine. Like I said, who cares? All right. Let's talk about some toys. What do you want to talk about first this week? What's the big story of the week? Is there one?
No.
There's not.
I'm sure there is.
I'm looking. Okay, here we go. Maybe not the biggest story, but this is a fun story. So Jada Toys, they came into the toy world doing die-cast cars, mini cars, and things like that. Yes. And then they started doing some really obscure action figure lines like cereal mascots, and then now they do the Street Fighter line, which people love. They're going back to that cereal mascot category with the Flintstones. So famously, the Flintstones promote Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, and they have commercials with the characters, and they're on the boxes. So Jada is doing action figures of Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble, and we saw these a little while ago, and I remember the head sculpts they had on them at the time were the angry heads, and I was like, this is a choice. So they come with alternate heads. So here's the angry Fred, and I was like, you said like he looked like he's about to hit his wife, and I was like, yes, I've seen that. I think we've all seen that expression before, like because they're based on the Honeymooners, correct? The Flintstones, like bam boom right to the moon. So yeah, that was sort of the deal. Like he was always threatening violence against domestic violence. That was the origin. If they weren't promoting cigarettes, this is true. If they weren't promoting cigarettes, they were getting real close to committing domestic violence. They were
normalizing domestic abuse.
They were normalizing. What was it? The 20s, the 40s. I'm bad with ages. It was a while ago. It was black and white. Yeah. Here we have. This is him showing the other side of the coin.
When he's got his Fruity Pebbles.
Having his manic episode.
Yeah, right.
He's jumping up in the air because he's so happy. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat tonight. I'm gonna name him
some orange beverage.
Do you have any orange beverage you could beam over here? That's nice. It looks like you purified the banana runt. It looks yellow.
I had an elf. I mean, I materialized an elf down to Florida this week, so maybe I can try.
Ooh.
It's just
so over this elf shit.
And tequila.
Over. Oh, okay. I thought it was orange juice, but it was actually a mixed beverage. Here's Barney jumping. Now, I looked at these two pictures. This stuff. Wow, listen. I appreciate the sacrifice you're making to your liver. Here's Barney, or this is Fred. Barney, they're jumping for joy. I thought in my mind that it looked like that they were shredding the half pipe. So I gave Barney a skateboard. This one really works. I like this one a lot. And then I gave here's Fred. And you said for this to be canonically accurate that the wheels should be rocks, like circular rocks.
Yes.
I tried in Photoshop and it would not generate it for me. It did not understand. It was like, what are you talking about? Why would the wheels be rocks? That's
stone rocks. What?
What? Stone rock? But so those are fun. But it's sort of coincidental this week that somebody posted pictures of these original Flintstone figures from Irwin, and I think I had these. I think I had a few of these. Did you have these?
I did not. We had the Flintstone Kids. If you remember that line.
Oh, I had those too. I love those.
Yes,
those were great.
Fun.
Those were really fun. Yeah. So these I definitely, and they were like a hard, like, like I feel like you could chip it, like the plastic. I just remember holding it. So Fred here, they look a little weird. I don't know if this is based off like original animation that then they did not use for the card art. Barney looks very good. And then Wilma, why is her head like that? Why? She looks like the bully from Doug with a balloon head.
I mean, I think it's just one of those situations where it doesn't translate to 3D. Kind of like those World of Springfield figures, where it was just kind of tough.
That's fair. You never see her. You never see her from the front. She's always 3/4. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's how animation works. I also love that she comes with like a broom. And another like cleaning utensil, because she's a woman. And then here is it Betty? Betsy? It's Betty, right?
Betty.
She looks even worse. Like these heads.
She also comes with a broom.
With cleaning. That's so funny. They just reused it. They're like, whatever, throw her, whatever. And they also did the kids. The kids came in a 2-pack, so that's cute. And then Dino. Here's Dino. He looks real weird from the side. I don't know about that.
Oh, Dino.
The Flintstones have a very interesting history of toys because you just mentioned the Flintstone kids, and then they have the movie toys, which I think are great. Those are a very unique style of like a realistic head, sort of enlarged, and then the body is just a little smaller, like almost like a Funko Pop situation, but except with a realistic head. Yeah, I think those are great. I wish that style was somehow carried on to other lines.
Flintstones is one of those medias that hasn't really made a resurgence in recent years. You'd think that it was like a well that they could travel back into. That and the Jetsons, they're like tired of like showing off this ideal future because they're like, it's never going to happen. Don't worry, guys.
Well, I heard a rumor that they're going to do a live-action Jetsons with Jim Carrey attached to play George.
Okay.
Did you see anything about that?
I think I heard that. I think I heard a little bit of that.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if, like, cave people stuff is, like, sort of, like, ew. Like maybe it's not as acceptable for whatever reason. Or, like, because some people are like, no. Well, first of all, humans and dinosaurs did not exist at the same time. So there's some like inconsistencies there where it's like kids should probably not think this. I'm sure someone would have a problem with something from the Flintstones, but it was good for what it was. All right, what else we got? This is probably the biggest pop culture thing of the week. They released the first trailer for the new Street Fighter movie. Now, did you even know they were making a new Street Fighter movie?
I think between the confusion of maybe wasn't there some Mattel like WWE like wrestling crossover figures?
Yeah.
That they're unrelated to the movie, with the exception of some of the wrestling stars such as Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns being in this. It's completely separate.
It's completely separate. Like they have John Cena portraying Guile in the toy line. And then I don't know if Roman Reigns even has a character yet. But so Cody Rhodes, here he is. He's got the wig. He's got the biblically accurate hairstyle. Yeah. This movie is going to be something else. And here's Roman Reigns. I do like that Roman Reigns is taking the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson approach of being Joe, quote, Roman Reigns Inoue, or however you pronounce his last name. So it's like someday he can go off and just be himself.
Hey, it's Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, it's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Just, I'm just a normal Joe. I like someone made the comment about carrying on the proud wrestling tradition of a Samoan portraying a Japanese man. If you think about like Yokozuna, I always thought he was Japanese. They didn't technically ever say that he was a Japanese sumo wrestler, but that man is Samoan, like half of the wrestling population. So that's fine. Here's Jason Momoa as Blanca, which this is not how I picture Blanca's.
He's also Lobo. It's like if you need to put like prosthetics and crazy hair on somebody, just call up Jason Momoa.
This is not how I pictured Blanca's hair. It's like different types of yarn. It's very I don't know what I thought, but this is not it. But this is all going to be
maybe he'll fight. Capture. At least maybe he'll fight. Other than that, the Van Damme version where he was just strapped to a chair for he was like 3/4 of the film.
He was like Bane, and then like Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Batman. Which one was it? Batman and Forever.
I think there was supposed to be more to that movie. I think at some point they were like, we need a sequel, and then it just didn't happen.
Save it.
Raul Julia died.
Brought
his whole family down to the filming because he was so proud, and it was his last movie, and he died.
Kids loved it.
Yeah,
he died.
Of course,
he died.
I enjoyed it. I saw it in the theater. He did.
Yeah. Was he one of those people where he was trying to use like natural remedies, or like he was trying to like
holistic? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Here's Chun-Li showing off a lot of side cleavage. That's a choice.
Okay.
Who else is in Vega? I mean, they got the whole cast. They got everybody.
They got the full cast.
Here's the new Raul Julia, or the new M. Bison, taking the Raul Julia route of not being like an overly large, like physically impressive person. Just this the fake Joker from The Dark Knight. Is that this actor? He was like the Spot in the.
He was Polka Dot
Suicide
Man.
Squad. Polka Dot Man.
Suicide Squad.
Polka Dot Man. Yeah. Which is essentially the Spot. And this is rapper, entertainer. I forget his name. Everybody knows. So all the actors were at the video game awards, showing off this sure to be award-winning presentation. Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't. No. I didn't even realize there was a trailer. I was like, a lot of it, I was like, is a lot of this AI at this point? I'm so confused because I don't trust anything. So most of the stuff that I assume is AI, I ignore because it's like somebody probably just made this.
Sure. Well, I mean, somebody probably just made everything, even if it's. And
of course, somebody made everything. But I'm saying, somebody made this within like a couple keystrokes. And why should I even bother? That's what I.
They didn't put their blood. They didn't put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. They just, they had an idea pop in their head and like, hey, they're fighting the car. So I think they're clearly taking the route of being like very video game accurate, and we'll see how that works out. The last Mortal Kombat movie, which did well enough to get a sequel, and I think a second sequel, kind of did that, where it really stayed pretty true to the video game, story and character designs and stuff. So I think that's just what they're going with, and I think that's a fine idea. Like the original one. What's up? We're
getting Carl Urban as Johnny Cage coming up.
That's right. Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's the one. The Miz really wanted to be Johnny Cage, but they decided 2 wrestlers. It's probably enough. It's probably good. Quota met. So I will. I don't know if I'll see this. This is the hairstyle on Cody Rhodes. Anything that makes Cody Rhodes look kind of like an idiot, I'm all for. Anything that makes him look silly as fuck. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put that.
You know what he looks like? The pose. Do you ever remember what what's SNL did the Californians?
Ugh. Yes. I hated that skit, and they did it every other week. I was like, I do not understand why this is funny. Please, this is what somebody says Cody Rhodes looks like. Here's Cody Rhodes. He is he's the gem warrior, or the stone warrior.
Stone warriors, yeah, not trolls. The stone warriors. Not trolls.
This is trolls for boys. The camo pants and the hair. This is exactly what Cody Rhodes looks like.
That's perfect.
Street Fighter. So it'll be worth it just for the memes. That's fine. Here's John Cena in Pluribus. And I thought his hairstyle looked very much like Mao. I just put that there because of his connection to China. He loves China. But who doesn't? All right. Let's see. One more story before we go to the break. Something fun. Oh, we got to talk about your ponies. I forgot about that. That'll be after the break.
Okay.
Update on that for people who didn't hear. All right, let's do this. We'll talk about this one. You sent me this, and you said this creeps you the fuck out. This is from the Four Horsemen, Figura Obscura, the Mouse King. And this is, you got your mouse body, but then they took it up a notch. They gave him an alternate head that has like 5 or 6 different mouse heads attached to it.
Yes, it's terrifying.
like your actual rat, right? Like your actual Rat King that you hear about, where they get all intertwined and their tails get stuck. Just a bunch of heads popping out of it.
I hate
it. I also hate it, but I love it because of that. I think that they really did something special here.
No, it's a great looking figure, but it's giving me the ick.
Fantastic.
It really is.
Some great photography to make it look like it's 1-to-1, like it's in your house right now under your Christmas tree. Go check. He's here. So there's also a head that's just one single rat or mouse, I guess, because the Mouse King is from, what is it, Sugar Plum Fairy, Nutcracker, right? That's the play.
Yeah,
the Nutcracker. That's part of it. So it's like a Christmas themed thing. That's great. And then there's like a head. I don't have a picture, but there was like another head that wasn't a mouse. I think it was like one of the wooden soldier, or the Nutcracker, I guess, if you will. It's so terrifying. I love it. Are all the heads, do they all rotate? It looks like they're on ball joints.
Yeah,
so you can like move them around.
It's just a pop
them in different.
Toy.
Maybe you can pop them in different spots. You're like, I don't want the teethy one up front. I want him over here, because the other ones are very subdued. There's just like one teethy one.
Yeah,
but this is a great figure. If you have,
if they want to send us a sample to review and to,
if our friends at New Meta
me get grossed out,
if our friends at New Meta who sell the Mythic Legions, I don't know if they do the figure obscure. I don't know if that is a different thing. It's all 4 horsemen, so we would be happy to review the Mouse King.
I feel sick right now looking at it.
He's a cute little guy. He should come with some cheese. All right, when we get back, the thrilling conclusion to Bill's Goodwill My Little Pony tale. Get it? Tale? We'll be right back. So last week, we left you hanging. That was a nice cliffhanger. We opened the show talking about Bill's adventures at Goodwill. He found, what was it, 4, 5, 6 different barns? 6 carrying cases full of what we at the time believed to be original My Little Ponies from the 1980s. And after the show went off the air, I was like, Bill, you gotta go. You gotta go. And he's like, I'm gonna call my mom. You know, she won't steer me wrong. She always knows what to do. We started doing a little research of our own, and we realized one unique detail about the ponies that you saw at the Goodwill is they had this thing around their neck, and it was like a circle, like maybe cardboard circle. And I was looking through eBay at the mint on card, mint in box ponies, the original ones, and none of them had that.
No.
And we're like, that's so weird. But then you found that just a few years ago, Hasbro re-released these ponies for an anniversary, and those ponies had the little circular necklace, leash, whatever. So we deduced that the ponies at Goodwill were probably re-releases. Oh, to be fair, that was only one case you looked in. Did you look into all of the cases?
I looked in 2. I looked in at least 2.
And they all had that little thing around their neck?
Many of them did, but it was one of those situations where, again, I don't know the property. I left them.
Right.
And
I think that was the right decision. I think we both agreed.
I think everybody wanted me to steer away from... Yeah, and they wanted me to steer away from becoming a flipper and being like,
nobody.
Look at
that was so funny.
Bill the bad guy. Don't do it, Bill.
Like, I hope you left some. I was like, what is this situation? I found 5 bags of gold. I hope you left some of those bags of gold for the other people who collect bags of gold. That's not how this works. If your thing makes it all the way to Goodwill, it is fair game. This is how I feel about Ollie's and Ross and shit. If it went to Target and made it all the way through Target to a second location, it is fair game. You are not a scalper for buying it. You are just rescuing product that nobody wanted for a very long time. That's
and you're not even making money in those cases with Ollie's and Ross and everything. You're not even making money off of this at that point. You're just
in very rare instances.
You literally are just saving it.
You are saving it. You would have to hold on to it for a long time, and that's sometimes that is the play. If you have the space to hold on to it. And that's actually a really good. Is there anything else we want to say about the ponies, or should we transition talking about Ollie's?
No, there's a couple. There's we'll circle back to Goodwill a little bit later
for
on
your Goodwill story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna rope that in with something else down the road. So
lasso of rope, get it? It all works together. Somebody posted this photo this week It is one of those fun black and white printouts, but on like colored paper, which I just always think that's funny. This is at Ollie's. It says Black Panther and Shang-Chi action figures, new low price, $1. Come and get your Black Panther and Shang-Chi, please, for $1. But this sign does not indicate that the Eternals are included in this sale, which there are just as many Eternal figures. There are just as many Eternal figures as there are Black Panther and Shang-Chi. But I guess, at least with Black Panther, there's those like non-Marvel Legends figures that are like, they have like action features, or they're just...
I mean, I still like keep seeing the claws in abundance.
Yeah.
Not saying that those are $1, but...
Well,
you mentioned that it's just basically the rise and fall of Ollie's at this point.
Because we got really behind Ollie's, and you were so excited to have Ollie's opening near you, because there were a few years where you would find Marvel, like it was a lot of Hasbro stuff. And do you think it peaked last year when the starting lineup stuff? I feel like the fervor for going to Ollie's peaked with the starting lineup, because there were other things at the same time. So. That was like holy shit.
We had all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. And like, you're still, this year I still found some stuff. Like I found that Mr. Perfect Superstars figure. Like they had like several pegs of just that figure, but it wasn't like cheap enough that it was like, I'm going to buy a bunch of these.
No,
it was just like, well, I didn't find this figure at Walmart, so I'm just going to buy one.
Stuff's not cheap enough anymore. It's not
cheap
like
enough. It's not.
It's not like bottom of the barrel prices. There's a little bit of an upcharge to a lot of this.
They think they have something. We gave them this impression that the product they're selling is worth something. That's not the case. Most people do not want this. If it's the same price as Target, why the hell would they buy it at Ollie's?
Yeah.
Why the hell would we buy it at Ollie's?
A similar case that we had, the Mega Gross Minis Series 1 showed up at Ollie's. Oh, and they were asking $6 a ball. And it's like, no, because I think that was almost the original price.
Yeah.
If not, maybe $1 more at like a Target or a Walmart. But
who's doing what? Why is this happening? And clearly, this is negatively affecting Ollie's because they have not been able to move this Hasbro product for years. And only now are they like, please just take these things off our shelves. They're $1. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, they're going to be a penny next week. Like, just get them out of here.
4 for $1. Forget about $1 for each. We're going to start getting into, like, this thing's $0.25. But I think... every company has buyers, like toy buyers. Ollie's works the same way. They have somebody behind the scenes working with Hasbro, working with these other stores, their distribution, and being like, we'll buy X amount. So I feel like the Ollie's buyers bought heavy with the Black Panther stuff, Shang-Chi, and now they're just sitting on it. So they can't move and get anything else in. And they don't want to take the risk because it's like, we've had the Eternals, we've had Black Panther, we've had Shang-Chi, we've had those sitting on the pegs. I mean, I think all those WWE Ric Flairs sold better than these Eternals.
The superstars,
the superstars.
Yeah. Well, what happened is the same thing that happened just in general toy retail during the pandemic. Is there was high demand for everything during the pandemic because people just had money and they didn't have anywhere to go. So they had to stave off insanity by buying things to entertain them. So toys were selling like hotcakes. Things were selling out. The aftermarket value of toys was through the roof. And then, life sort of started to go back to normal. And toy companies still thought they could sell the same amount of stuff. And retail was like, sure, it's been going great. Let's keep it going. And then the glut happened. The glut, you got the snap from Marvel. That was the glut. And that's where toys just started to sit and they overproduced. So many toys got overproduced. And this is their final resting place until Ollie's decides to just throw them in the landfill. Because what do you do with toys that nobody's wanted for years? For years, nobody's wanted Eternals, and the Eternals, they're not popping back up in the MCU. Like, maybe they were holding out hope. Oh, they're going to be a big part of Phase 9. I don't think it's going to happen.
You know, they'll pop up in your version coming soon.
When you do the AI like remake,
open AI partnership, build your own.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Disney's just open to, like, just you tell us what you want.
Right.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Good
it's
idea.
Like, it's not
Disney.
working. You don't like it? Okay, we'll make you tell us what it is.
Because people famously know what they want. Because when we say stuff that we want, we're definitely going to buy it. Like, that's definitely how things work. Like, we definitely are going to buy everything we say we want. That's how it works. Yeah. No, you're the makers. You should know better than us. That's how it should work. Show us stuff we never even thought of. That's what I want to buy. So this holiday season, go pick up some Black Panther action figures and donate them to Toys for Tots, because they're still fun toys. They're fun action toys.
Yeah. What'd you get? Get them
Sammy?
out of there. I got
get them out of there. I would love to support charities like Toys for Tots more, but I just have this apprehension about charities because we know how crooked like institutions can be, and I'm not saying that Toys for Tots is one of those, but I would just hate for I want to do things that I know is having an impact. And I just, you put it in the bin. What the hell happens to the toys in the bin? Like, you hope they go to the right places.
Would probably do better with, like, an angel tree at that point, as opposed to.
But then who's asking for action figures? Are kids still asking?
Toys for Tots.
Are kids still asking for action figures?
I don't think so. It's always Roblox bucks or whatever it is.
Oh, they want V-Bucks? They want the gift card? Yeah, see?
Yes. It's like,
I mean, that's fun. I mean, that's the thing. Personal. It's like, well, if that's what they want, that's what we should get them. But it just makes us sad because it's like, I'd like to give you the thing that I liked. But no, that's not
my daughter.
It's not about me.
My daughter
it's about
wanted to do an angel tree. And she had at the Y where she goes swimming, they had one. And my wife was like, oh, that's fine, but we have one at my office. Why don't we go pick a card from there?
Well, we remember last year with the turtles.
It was 2 years ago with the turtles.
2 years ago.
I think it was either 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right before the inundation of turtle mayhem. My wife went and sent me out looking for turtle merchandise, which at the time there was none.
That was
nothing.
Weird time.
It was a weird. The thing that was out was the best action turtles, and that was it.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit. Those poor kids.
But no, my kid got a 5-year-old wanted like a play food, and so my wife's immediate reaction was to let's go to Kohl's and find the Kohl's.
I mean, they have.
And she's like, "Is this really $70?" And I was like,
$70
coupons. Yeah. With your coupons, it's probably $40.
Kohl's cash. You don't have any Kohl's cash? It expires tomorrow. You got to use it right now. Sign up for the credit card. You get 10% off your entire purchase.
I couldn't.
Oh, we're trying to buy a house.
Let's just leave. Sign up for a credit card. Please.
Yeah. I haven't been.
Buy the kid real food.
There was like a minute there where Kohl's was pretty good. I don't remember why, but I have really stopped going to Kohl's. I think they had good clearance clothing. I would get good deals on stuff, but I don't think that happens anymore. All right, what were we talking about? Ollie's. Yeah, Ollie's is in trouble. I mean, I guess they're doing what they can to try to get out of it, but this year
I went to one today and we didn't get any toys. I wasn't impressed by anything because it's the same stuff.
They got their stuff. It was like the summer. They got those Indiana Jones.
They got it early. They got it early,
yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, we haven't. It isn't. We're not getting it yet." And people were still saying that up until October, and then October came and went, and we went into November, and it was all the same stuff.
Yeah, they didn't. There's no more coming. No. It all went to Ross. Everything went to Ross this year. It's
lucky Ross Devils. RossCon 2.
I went to a new Ross that I have not been to maybe ever, because it's in a plaza that used to have a Kmart. So I think they built all new stuff there. They had the NECA April O'Neil, the movie April O'Neil, with her knees. Those sausage like knees. I did not get it. I was not. I'd like the lenticular cover with the TV, but I was like, I don't need this.
No,
I put those figures away.
This.
I love those movie figures, but they're like not like nothing is really proudly on display. But like I don't know. I feel like I should have those near me to play with, but I do not for whatever reason.
Did they ever? I have yet to see anybody have a sample of that corrected knee, April. But
really? I thought that happened. Maybe I'm thinking of the Casey with the elbows, and they redid him. Because I got 2 of the motorcycle sets, or not motorcycle. Was it a motorcycle? It was like Raph and Casey, and he had those weird elbows. Maybe that was it. I thought he came with something. Oh, he didn't have the removable hockey mask. That was the thing. They hadn't secured his likeness rights yet. So we got the character, not the actor. Well, you want to talk about your Goodwill story while we're sort of talking about that kind of stuff?
We can, but I would. We're going to transition it into the plight of Danny O'Mani because it just feels like retail associates are starting to like sass back a little bit. At least in my opinion.
I think they're over it.
They're fed up with guys like me showing up trying to pay for their merchandise.
Squeezed on either side. So this is a TikTok. I don't think if I click it, it won't open in the browser, so I can't show you. But Danny O'Mani, not his real name. I don't know why that's his TikTok handle, but his claim to fame or his rise to fame came on TikTok. He would do a lot of cosplay.
He was early
but like
on TikTok.
Realistic
he came in
or
early.
like not cosplay, not like he would buy like off the rack cosplay. Like not like the stuff. You know what I'm saying. But he's a very good guy. He has a fun channel. He really just enjoys playing with these toys, and he has a lot of fun. He told this story. He went into GameStop. He says he doesn't normally go to GameStop for toys, which I think we can all, we all sort of do the same. Right. He found something. He went up to the cashier. The cashier is like, "Are you a premium GameStop Power the Players
Plus member, whatever it is?
Are you that
pro member?
Pro.
Yeah, I think it's pro member.
Are you a pro? Are you a pro?" And he said, "No, I have no interest in that. I'm here very infrequently. I just want to buy my little trinket and I want to leave." And as Danny tells it, the employee rang him up, including the cost of subscribing to the membership. And then the employee began reciting the scripture, being like, "As a pro member, you are entitled to blah blah blah." And Danny was like, "Hey, like screaming, like the guy's really far away. Stop!
Right.
Hey, I don't want it. I just want my little toy. I don't want this." And the guy, he's like, "I have to say this." Like the comedian
boss is watching.
I have to just let me do this. Just let me do this.
Oh my!
And he just kept doing it. And I didn't get to the end of the TikTok or whatever to know what happened. Did he walk out without buying the thing, or did the guy take the cost, or is Danny now a proud GameStop pro member? Do we know what happened?
I think he just managed to get whatever he was purchasing. I would have given up. I would have said, like, "This isn't worth it. I'm out of here. I'm done."
I would not.
I wouldn't go through the hassle.
I would be so mad.
But you know what? No payment has been put forth, rendered. And you haven't paid for your item. You're free to leave. It's like going through the drive-through and placing your order, and then not wanting it all of a sudden, getting out of line. You haven't committed to the purchase of the item. You can just walk away.
That's kind of a dick thing to do. But yeah, I mean, technically you haven't received your item, so you could leave if you want. I mean, the order has been started, but yeah, with toys you can just put it back on the shelf. So this is a crazy thing, and we don't know if this is just an employee that went rogue, or if this is becoming policy, where GameStop's like, "Listen, the $5 trade in anything didn't work. We just need to start stealing from the customers, even if they don't want it. Make them
unaware of the charge." Jeez, can you imagine?
Worst case, they're going to come back and get it.
GameStop being like, "Hey, God, you need the pro membership."
That's right. The Target people, they're talking to you. I had a guy talk to me today, and it just makes me feel like I did something wrong. I was like, don't acknowledge me, sir. Don't even notice me. Just let me go look for my toys in peace, please.
I have yet to come across the happy Target associate. So.
Well, it's not that they're happy. It's just that they have to speak to you. They don't like it any more than we do, I'm sure. But if we get a survey and it asks, did an associate address you, and you put no, everyone in that store is getting fired. Yeah. And they can't go work at Starbucks because they're all striking for to be a union or something.
Sure.
Which they should, because coffee. I don't want to take a stance on that, because I do feel like people should be paid a living wage, but also it's coffee. So the coffee people are kind of weird. Like, they're way too into coffee, and I'm not. Yeah. And I feel like I don't have enough information. I don't have enough information to speak of.
No, don't get. So
I don't want to pick a side.
Dig yourself into a hole.
I don't want to pick a side. I like that one caramel drink I like, but it's too much caffeine.
Sure.
So we wish Danny well. I feel like now it's like the Seinfeld episode where George joins that like cleaning crew. Like, he's been recruited. We're gonna see Danny cleaners. He's gonna be wearing his polo or what do they wear in GameStop? Is there a uniform, or they just wear whatever?
I think they wear whatever. It's like
I think they wear whatever too.
They wear whatever the hell. They pull somebody off the street to work for them. Oh
no, it's a weird.
Every time it's just one guy there, and then it's either one person working at a GameStop or it's like four, but either way, they're all ignoring you.
Yeah, until you get too close, and then they're like, "Oh, you want to pre-order Pokemon Red, Yellow, Green?" I'm like, "No, I don't have any interest in that. I'm just here for the clearance section of action figures."
Yeah, the little.
And they're like, "Well, let me know if you want to order Sonic the Hedgehog versus Mario versus Bonk the Caveman." I'm like, "Holy shit, Bonk the Caveman's back!" Remember Bonk the Caveman? What the hell? I remember
Parappa the Rappa. But...
Hey, they're making a virtual girl. What the fuck? What color is it? Pink? Holy shit. Video game people are really misogynistic. That's the lesson we've learned here today. Virtua girl. You know, like Virtua boy. It's virtual, not virtua. Virtuosa.
Yeah.
No, whatever. I lost the point.
But this is all to say, too, that Danny and I had similar experiences at a retail establishment this week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I kind of alluded to you what had happened with what came with my follow-up at Goodwill. So Goodwill for me is like a once-a-week thing. I go, it doesn't matter if I find anything, it's either hit or miss. And it's just kind of fun to look. It's the indoor yard sale. My local Goodwill has I feel like it is in this version of itself where we're having like this reign of terror brought on by one of their managers or supervisors that has everybody looking at the prices and sales and like the cost of everything. So she kind of reigns tyrannically over everybody.
Ooh. Damn.
I always drive by. She's always outside. This manager, she reigns tyrannically in the store. Prices are different. There's items, you would see. You start seeing more stuff on the Goodwill finds, like the My Little Ponies are showing up there. The toy section is not good. The books all have their titles on them. They're just not like used books, and the DVDs are sparse and in between. So everything I feel like is researched. But this story has nothing to do with any of that. So we're just kind of there. It's my daughter and my mother, and we're just kind of perusing, looking at what they have. And my wife has gotten herself into a little hobby. She's taught herself how to crochet, and she's gotten pretty good at it.
Great.
And it's a nice little hobby. She made a hat for my daughter. She made a headband tonight. It took her all but 2 hours to make a nice headband. But I'm at Goodwill, and we're in the craft section, and they have this garland of pom-poms. And it's like, well, if my wife's making hats, what easy workaround is to just be able to snip a pom-pom off and just kind of do that as a shortcut for the hats. So the garland of pom-poms is priced. It's in a shoebox-sized plastic box. And you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to bring all things up. So I'm checking out, My daughter's got a Beanie Boo because that's still going on. She has a wax candle of an owl because her teacher likes Harry Potter and she wants to gift it to her for Christmas.
That's nice.
And I have a spool of yarn and this box of pom-poms on a garland. So the associate starts ringing everything through. He rings through the garland and then he dumps it out and looks at the plastic box. And he's like, "Are you getting this?" And I was like, "The garland was in the plastic box." And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "But are you getting it?" And I go, "Yeah, it was in the box. The garland was in there. It was holding it."
Yeah, it's a package deal.
Gets on the phone. "I'm going to need a price check." And I go, "What do you need a price check for?"
Wait a minute. You don't need to get the cops involved. What?
He goes, "The box doesn't have a price on it." And I go, "What do you mean the box doesn't have a price on it? The box was holding the garland. It's a plastic box. It's a little plastic, one you'd find at the Dollar Tree. A shoebox size plastic box." And I go, "It was holding the pom-pom garlands. It's not included?" He goes, "I think it needs a price." And then he calls again. I need somebody up here for a price check immediately. And
immediately escalating.
I go, "If I have to pay for the plastic box, I don't want it." And he goes, so the motions are already set. And he goes, the woman comes up who's in charge of all of it, who I'm saying is pricing everything wrong and over the top.
Tyrannical leader of the goodwill.
He's like, "What's the price of this box?" Because she kind of works like the banker on Deal or No Deal. Where they'll call for a price check, and if she answers, they give a description of the item, and she gives a price back to them. But this required, this required her to come up and price the box physically. And I say to him again, I say, "I don't want the box. I don't want it. It's not. It was holding
no deal
the pom poms. I don't need it." And he's still going through. He goes, "I need a price on this box." He's ignoring me, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What the heck?" I look over to my mom and my daughter. I'm like, "I'm gonna unlock the car. Go to the car right now.
Start the engine. Start the car. Start the car. Get ready."
The manager looks at me and says, "Well, we use the boxes for other items." And I go, "That has not been my experience here. If it was in the box, it was part of it. You're not gonna take the box that was holding the Duplos or the Legos and be like, well, it's just holding all these Lego pieces.
Dump them out.
They dump them out. Oh, you want the box back? Here you go.
All the blocks hidden in the counter. Oh my God.
So she's like, well, we do use it. And I'm like, I don't want it. I've been trying to tell him this for a minute. I don't want the box if it's going to cost me money. And there's my mom in the background being like, we're just going to recycle the box anyway. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to recycle the box anyway. It doesn't even have a lid. We don't eat it.
Doesn't even have a lid.
So here's the
so then box.
He looks at me. He rolls his eyes. He's like, you don't want it. I go, I don't want it. He takes it and he throws it into the carriage. And then he looks at me and goes, I like your hat.
Holy hell.
And he goes, Is that a flashlight on your hat? And I go, oh yeah, it is.
Oh, wait a minute. It's not the Star Wars hat?
It wasn't my Star Wars hat. It was my flashlight hat.
Flashlight hat.
Yeah, I have one of those ones with the removable flashlight.
So now you guys are best buddies?
Now we're best buddies talking about
the power of complimenting someone what they're wearing. You look at that. That is a lesson learned. Oh
completely,
my God.
Absolutely just settles everything. But man.
Wow. Yeah, and you were saying you were starting to yell, right? You were getting mad. You raised your voice a little bit.
I wasn't yelling. I was just getting louder. I was getting a little bit more animated, I guess.
Hold on, pause. Remember, we're a podcast. Let's try it again. And you were starting to yell, right? You were raising your voice.
I was getting irate. I really was, and I didn't want to see my daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't want my daughter to see me in such a way where I was about to physically grab the man by his collar and tell him I didn't want the box.
Do I look like a cuck to you? Give me the box. You got this Goodwill cashier cucking me over here. I want that box. Throw it in. You know what? Go get some wrapping paper too. Wrap this shit up. Let's make this a whole production. Wow.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a point where I probably get trespassed from this Goodwill. I have to say.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be close.
Yeah, the lady
between me,
do you think she knows? She recognizes you now?
I don't know if she does. No, I've never had any real interactions with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm only there like once a week.
She's only once a week. She's like only the banker. She's only a silhouette. You don't really know. She could be anybody. Right. She's made up of multiple rats. She's the Rat King. Yeah.
She's the Rat King.
She's the Rat King. The Rat King is a Ninja Turtles villain who could have been much scarier if they made him a literal Rat King. Maybe for the next movie they could do that.
Maybe. It's just kind of funny that the Rat King, like they had that terminology back then as a Rat King. We were like, as kids, we were like, yeah, he's just king of the rats.
He's king of the rats. King of the
he's in charge. He's in charge of the rats. There's not like the mythic.
The rat race.
Boss.
He's just the head. Yeah. He's all the rats love him. He's like the Pied Piper. Yeah.
Right.
Little did we know.
We had no idea that there was an urban myth of a Rat King.
It's not a myth. We've seen the pictures. It's real. It's real.
I don't think I've ever seen the photos of an actual Rat King.
Google it.
I'm afraid to.
I have. Oh yeah. I'll find. I'll drop it in for next week. So my Ross, we've been going there a lot for different reasons. Mostly because I want to go and see what toys they have. But I had to bring in the kids a couple times, and the kids want to buy something because we're imposing on them by bringing them to stores.
Sure.
Which I get. So I tried to have them not buy anything, being like, "Oh, it's so close to Christmas. We might have bought you something, or Santa's going to bring you something."
So close to your birthday. I mean,
my birthday. Yeah, their birthday.
Yeah, your birthday.
My birthday's this week.
I meant your birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they didn't get me anything. So, but my youngest picked up this Batman from Spin Masters. Let me grab it. I stole it from his room. And it's pretty cool. It was $10. This is from like the Ninja Metal. Well, this one's from the Metal, and then the Ninja is a separate line, but both like came out kind of the same time. I think these were only sold on Amazon. They were never at Target. So I don't know if Spin Master thought they were going to sell at Walmart or Target and made a bunch of them, but they are at Ross, and this was only $10.
Saw them. Nice.
Pretty cool. I like the fist. I'm a big fan of like when Hasbro gives Transformers like really defined fists. So you can see here is a nice fist. Put it on that camera, you probably see him better. Nah, it's so dark. Anyways, this is fun. But I thought, because there's a different scale, there's like a scale that is smaller that comes with an actual figure that you can put inside the mech. So I thought this larger figure was supposed to be like a giant mech. But then they had the Superman figure, and he has an exposed head. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is just a larger version of the smaller figure. But I'd never seen the Superman one in person before. And I saw this and I was like, that is a very pretty man. They sculpted, they made Superman so very attractive. Like they did not have to put that much work. Like, look at this. This is a $10 like hollow plastic toy. But like that is better than like most McFarlane sculpts. I don't know if that's a high bar, but I was like, wow. That's just a nice looking Superman. So my son bought the Batman one, and then we went back the next day, and I was like, do you want the Superman one? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right. So now I have it. I don't know if it's in scale with anything. I think it's probably way too big for even the McFarlane figures, but I just thought that was funny. It was a nice cape. So Spin Master, I don't know what you're doing next after DC, but listen, we love you guys. We love you. We're supporting you. Run out to Ross and buy your Spin Master toys. All right. Oh, you sent me this. So
I did.
I don't know if you've seen the news, but companies like to make Ninja Turtle action figures. That's like a very popular thing right now.
Yeah.
And you sent me this, and I was like, "Oh, that's just the like the turtle, the Medi toys that have like the nice butts." Like I thought that's what this was, but you're like, "No, it's a different thing." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So I click into it. It's Big F Toys. Is that what it is, or something? Big F Toys. That's their name, Big F Toys. Not an American company, as you might imagine. And these are going to be 1/6 scale, so 12 inches tall, or I guess they could be smaller because the turtles are not 6 feet, but 1/6 scale. And this is again not based on any particular media, but it's pretty basic looking. Like they didn't give them any crazy like attachments, like no Game Boy,
right?
No Power Glove, like the Mondo guys. But this is Mikey. He comes with a skateboard and some headphones and a pizza and a rocket skateboard and a little mini version of a turtle. I guess that's them before they were mutated or early stages of mutation. Well, the way they did like the insert here, it definitely looks like a sticker. That would be really funny if it was just a sticker. This whole toy is just a sticker. You buy it, it shows up. Oh, it's in an envelope. That's weird. That's not usually how toys ship, but okay, I'm gonna hope so. I don't love the face. Is there only one head? It only comes with one head. That's very unusual for toys like this. I really don't like the head. Too many teeth. The eyes are. He's like lines like sculpted into the bandana, like it's like a furrowed brow. I don't like it. And then they got the white eyes. It's very unsettling now I'm looking at it. So if you want yet another Ninja Turtle line, if you have just if you just like live in a house where like you have piles of $250 like hitting you in the head and you're like, I gotta get this shit out of here, like you can go buy this right now. You can pre-order it. So I don't think I will be. But yeah, it's amazing to me how for the longest time, the only Ninja Turtle action figures that were allowed to exist were made by Playmates. And then I guess it was NECA that broke the dam, or maybe it was just Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I think it was NECA, and then Nickelodeon parsed it out. And I want to say, I gotta tell you, I think the rise of the TMNT really helped, because that was it's got its fans, but it wasn't embraced as much as previous iterations, especially coming
off the 2012,
right,
where it was beloved. It ran for years and then Rise, for whatever reason, they're like, let's go in a different direction, let's make them look different, let's do all this. And
give them the Beast Wars treatment. Let's give them the Beast Machines treatment.
The Beast Machines treatment. I will die on the hill that was the biggest fumble of all time, making so many changes from Beast Wars.
Oh, hey, we got. I don't know if you have it handy, or I can talk while you get it going on. We got a review this week.
Yeah. We actually got it last week, but I missed it.
We did.
It starts out.
It starts very similarly
to the last one, so I thought it was the same review.
These guys both met up and were like, "Hey, can I copy your notes?"
Like ChatGPT probably was like, "Start out by saying the day of the week." Okay, they're all gonna look the same. No, this one is from Moto Tech Dude. Is that it? Moto Tech Dude. Looks about right. It is entitled Long Time Coming. And he says, and the review says, every Monday I listen to this podcast and I think, oh, I should write a review that when I get off the road, then I forget. The Reluctant Adult Podcast is my definitive general toy news podcast. It's the only one I feel I care about anything other than what I actually collect. I don't collect Ghostbusters or a lot of Super 7 or a lot of stuff that they're picking up. However, the candor that they have and the joy that they bring and the opinions that they share being so genuine and funny make me enjoy that part of the collecting from the outside. I'm a Transformers guy myself, and they rarely ever talk about Transformers. In fact, when they do, I find it funny the lack of knowledge they have. But that's just the thing they're talking genuinely like you would with your buddy at the bar, and it makes you feel like you're in the room with them having that sort of banter. I think we should fund Bill's show, The Toys That Made Us Upset. I think Paul should run for office of some kind. Yeah, I would definitely watch their toy reality show. If Bill had a cryptid name for him stealing stuff, I think I would just end up sounding like an old-timey thief, like Bandit Bill or Darth Dieben. Darth Thief in German. Oh! Die Bart Die. The Bart The. I have a long drive coming up for a trip, and I told my wife I would be saving these podcasts to listen to on the way there. However, every time I see a new one pop up in my library, it just ends up playing, so now I have to listen to the backlog. We did already grow up, but we can enjoy stuff just as carefree as we once did with the assistance of Paul and that's where it ends. We'll never know what he wanted to say after Paul and. It could have been anything. It could have been anything.
Insert
Paul and
co-host here.
Insert current co-host. So thank you very much. That was a very nice
work for
review.
anybody.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's a nice review.
Week. It was very nice.
But that did get me thinking, because we were talking about Patreon last week and what people would want to see.
Yeah.
And we've collected many other things over the years. So I can somewhat talk about some Transformers, because I spent a lot of time with the Beast Wars and the Beast Machines items. But outside of that, and like further on, I had about a good 10-year period where I was assisting in helping like my brother collect Transformers, and then I was interested in Transformers. Or we could talk about trains one day, or we can talk about vintage holiday items.
No, I don't know about that. Well, I guess that could be your part of the Patreon.
That could be my part.
I don't have to watch that part. You could do whatever you want. I do think that's a good idea though, because we've always talked about, or I've always talked about doing like a deep dive on the Super 7 Simpsons, and it's like, it's just sort of like an undertaking. But I feel like if we're doing it for content for a group that likes it, then that maybe would make us do it more. So over the holiday break coming up, I'm gonna brainstorm ideas, and maybe we can figure out how to do that. I want to get you like a second camera. Like
we can do a little mini. Maybe we could try a mini segment, because I'm taking that week off, so I'll have the time.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. We're gonna baby steps work our way into this.
Let's do something fun.
I want to, I want to do this. I want to grow this community, and I feel like we have. It's just like doing this show already takes like a lot of time. So it's like I don't want to overwhelm myself and then be like, fuck it all. I don't want to get into something that then I can't like sustain and also like keep my sanity. So it's like baby steps. We'll see what, it's like I'm not going to promise the world and then not give you anything. So I'd rather under promise and over deliver. So that's the goal. All right. If you know me, if you know one thing about me is, I like collecting those Target birds, the burbs, I call them. They were $5 when they started 10, 20 years ago or whatever. They're still $5, so I appreciate that. The other thing that I've started collecting is rubber ducks. And another consistently priced item, even in today's crazy tariff world. You can get them pretty much everywhere. They're $1, which I think is a great value. And especially a buck a duck. Can't beat that.
No.
Five Below has these character ones, and you can see their current setup. They have just a giant metal basin of them when you first walk in. I just want to dive through them like it's the old Disney store with the stuffies. I was a little scared because I saw this $5 sign down here, but no, they were $1. So if you look through here, you can see like the purple, I think, is Ursula, and there's green for the alien from Toy Story. I have that. So I bought all of them. like I said, they're only $1, so you really can't go wrong. Here's the alien duck. Very fun. This one really caught my eye. This is Bumblebee from Transformers as a duck. I think the yellow looks really nice there. That was a great one. This one I saw the top of first, and I was like, oh, they made a Homer Simpson duck. And then I looked at it, and I was like, where are you clothes at? But no, this is what is it? Something duck. Oh, Tweety Bird. That's what it is. Tweety Bird from Sylvester and Tweety. Which
wild. Okay.
I guess I want to paint him white and make it make it a Homer Simpson. But here's the bugs to go along with him. So very fun.
All right.
So I do this thing where I found a duck that I feel looks like my wife as far as ducks can look, and it's a Moana duck. She just has sort of that hair. So I found a duck that kind of looks like me if I could do a little work on it, and this is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but the hair, I kind of see it, and he's got some whiskers. I can add a goatee or something there, but yeah, I'd like to represent all of us in ducks. I think that would be fun. And then let's see, who else we got? Just a dinosaur. I don't think this is from anything. Just a nice, like he's being eaten. So,
wow,
just some fun. Or Shrek,
just ducking
Buzz
around.
and Woody, just ducking around.
You out.
Good. Listen, I told you I bought every single one they had. This is actually from another wave. They had the other Toy Story friends. Here's Woody. Now at Dollar Tree, they also have the ducks, the Disney branded ducks, and they are made by the same company. They have the same tag, but they're $1.25 first of all now. Right. And they're also larger for some reason. So here's Donald from Dollar Tree, and then here's Donald from Five Below. What the hell is going on here? Why are they so big?
Oh,
I don't understand that. That is weird.
Size.
So difference. They had... They're over there. But they had like a whole wave, like the Toy Story friends. They had Lotso and Woody and the Moana and somebody else in the larger duck. But then they had those exact same ducks in the smaller scale of Five Below. And I was like, this is crazy. So I don't know what's going on with these ducks, but I love them. For a buck a duck, you can't go wrong. That's what I'm saying. So I want to make custom versions. I'm going to use like AI to fix them up. I'm not going to actually like paint them because who has time for that shit? But yeah, there you go. I got to find a Bill duck. I got to find one that looks like you now.
Oh, very good.
The whole here. No, here's you. Here's you. This is you.
Am I?
There we go. There you are.
What is that?
That's
Rita
Scar,
Repulsa?
I think. It's Scar from the Lion King.
Oh, all right.
But a duck.
Scar.
There you go. I just had to get that out there. I've been collecting. Hey, let me show you the box.
The box of ducks?
Here's my box of ducks. Can you see the box of ducks? Can you see them? Here's my box of ducks.
Be careful.
Woo!
Don't bring that to Goodwill. They'll charge you for that box.
They will. It's paper, though. Would they charge me for a paper box?
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
Bags. Everyone's Goodwill is different. Do you have anything odd about your Goodwill? Does anything ever odd happen at your Goodwill?
Well, I said that we don't... I've never seen a day where toys are the clearance or the sale price. I've never seen the day that toys have a clearance. So that's kind of annoying, but...
I just feel like each time I go in, I'm more confrontational.
I feel like that as well. I feel like that as well. I don't know what's happening to you, but I do feel they're gonna have your name on a list.
I need the body cam. I'm just gonna walk in and start recording from now on.
The Meta glasses or whatever. Everyone needs those. We need to buy. That needs to be like a show expense. We need to have those.
Yeah.
Another thing that should have been a show expense is going on a Star Trek cruise where they're going to have an exclusive nacelle action figure. How did you miss out on this?
Well, how did I miss out on... This was just announced. The cruise has been sold out for months at this point. So this is two things. This is the annual... This is the 9th Star Trek cruise, but it's also for the 60th anniversary of Star Trek.
Holy hell.
So we're getting some big names out on the high seas for the event. Mm-hmm. I think William Shatner is going to be there in attendance.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't get any bigger than that.
No, it doesn't. He's Jonathan Frakes. William Riker.
That one is.
William Riker, from Beyond Belief.
Old Will Rake.
Beyond Belief. But
I don't know that guy.
You don't know the Beyond Belief show? You know that one.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. It was on Fox.
Is 6, 7 of 9 going to be there?
Jerry Ryan? I don't think I saw her on the on the call list. But it always seems like it's it's not so much like a Disney. It's like a weeks-long cruise. There's themes, there's games. You're like literally like sharing space with these actors.
Well, this
at
is
any
the thing
point
now.
in time during the cruise. It's not like they're locked up in like their room. They're not coming out.
They're just out there enjoying the cruise.
Enjoying the cruise and having fun. You might be in the jacuzzi with Robert Picardo all of a sudden and being like, well, hello, it's the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. And
hello there.
I also liked you in Gremlins
is that guy
too.
Be there?
Who?
The guy that's like, hello there. Is that something?
Oh, George Takei?
George Takei? Takai, however you want to say it?
I think Walter Koenig's going to be there. That was... who's left? Is it just Koenig? And... yeah, I think it's just those three of the originals. Shatner.
I don't know these words.
Okay, all right. Needless to say,
is Chris Hemsworth going to be there?
Hemsworth's not going to be
Star
there.
Trek,
famously
Star Trek
from
fame.
Star Trek. Yes.
Yep.
For the
famously,
first 10 minutes died.
Yep. Damn. They didn't know what they had. Shouldn't have killed them.
Yeah, that's a. You know what? I will stand up. That movie is an interesting movie, but the first 10 minutes of that movie, amazing, very good.
I like that was my Star Trek. I loved it.
That's a good Star Trek.
Beastie Boys.
It's good to watch. Yes.
So what is this figure? What character is this? Can you tell?
So we're getting a mystery. I want to say that this is at least a. This is a. Are we going to get this figure before we're going to actually get the rest of the figures, first of all? But I think this figure is a Romulan from the original series.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what specific Romulan it is.
Well, allegedly they will be available in traditional packaging later in 2026. When is the cruise? When is the cruise? Is it like early in the year?
February. It's in February.
Cold. It's going to be cold. Where do they leave? They leave out like from Florida, though?
They leave from Florida and they head down to Mexico and everything like that. Those ports.
Good luck.
I'd love to go. I'd love to go on.
I wouldn't be going.
I would really enjoy it. I would love.
Would you? I feel like that would
Yeah.
be so cringy seeing them like in reality. I just be like,
I think I'd have fun.
I don't think I could have fun with that. They do it for wrestling too. Chris Jericho always has a cruise. He's done it for like years and years now. I think he like still tried to do it during COVID. He's one of those guys, you know.
My problem would be is me being me. I'd be like, yeah, I'd have to go because have you ever been on a cruise before?
Yes, once.
Did you make cruise friends and then eventually like, friends? Did that happen to you?
Did your thing cut out?
No, still here.
Oh, okay, you just buffered. Say it again then.
I said, did you make like cruise friends while you were there, or were you just
hell
with your,
no
like, wife the whole time?
I wasn't even friends with my wife on that cruise. We were so stressed out about like getting back to port, so we didn't get left in fucking wherever we were. Oh, that was
okay.
Like it wasn't until like the last night that we're like figured out how to do it, where we're like, oh, okay, this actually could be pretty nice.
Yeah, so like the whole time
vacation.
we were making friends everywhere, and then we'd like hang out with some, and then like we would lose them all of a sudden, and like you just walk by them and you'd be like, hey, what's up? And then that would be it.
Yeah, a lot of swingers on cruises. You see those pineapples.
Didn't
everywhere.
see much of that, thankfully. Didn't see much of that.
Sure you didn't. I think they're like outlawing it now. They won't let you put like the stuff on the door. Because that was it was getting people were getting
pineapples
too brazen with it. Like everyone was like knew the clue.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Right.
Yes. What were you saying? That you like cruises? You made friends?
I mean, we went on the one. We made friends. Yeah. I know. I'm saying that if I were to go on the Star Trek cruise, like I'd probably go by myself. Like I wouldn't bring my wife.
Me?
She has no interest. You'd go to the Star Trek cruise?
I mean, if you're paying, I'll go on the Star Trek.
I mean,
cruise.
it would
you could,
make
like
sense.
Introduce me to everything. Be like, oh, this is Star Trek. Like, this is Star Trek. I thought
Star Trek.
This whole time I thought it was that other thing. Oh, okay. No, I hate this. This is stupid. No, I don't like the idea of being around like famous, because then it's like if they're not treated as like famous, it's really cringy, and it's like, oh, you're just like just a person. That's really disappointing. But we're all just people, so it's all disappointing.
We are.
We're all people. Except John Cena, he's a fucking alien. I swear to God, I know it. Okay, very good. Yeah, so you were wondering if we're ever going to see these figures. This will be the first one anyone
Where are
sees.
they?
Will they be listed on eBay this before the cruise even like docks? Like, how long is this cruise? Like, if you buy it
this
now,
is like what? Yeah, this is one of those
time?
situations where it's like, is this physical toy, the right like space to like have it on the cruise? Like, are these people fans of like the toys? Like, are they gonna get this? Probably not.
Oh, I don't know. I think they can sell it as being like,
but it's like a Tron crowd situation where it's like
the guy.
Tron,
they should have the person there to autograph it. That would be the move. So if this is like someone that's going to be on, that's the honestly. If it's not, they fucked up. It needs to be someone.
Set
that
them
can
up next to the Invicta watches. That was the other weird thing. It was like you'd be on the cruise and they'd be like have shopping night.
I don't know. We did a different.
And everything was like duty free, and it was like out in the ocean, so you were getting like deep deals on like Invicta watches and
like,
cashmeres and stuff.
I saw that TikTok of the girl who put like alcohol in shampoo bottles, and they found out, and she got banned.
Oh no! See, that's no fun.
That's
like
living
up here. Can't put Christmas tree lights. Can't put Christmas tree lights on your cars up here. Nope.
I mean, that's
not happening.
But can you have license plate frames on your license plates?
No, I told you my wife was pulled over and she had to have it removed.
Can't have anything.
No, you can't.
That's the new thing in Florida this week, that people were getting pulled over because there was a law passed that says you can't have a frame. And like they're like, oh, it's because people have like they have tinted license plate covers, so you can't see the license plate.
I get that.
Or it's like covering.
Right.
But that's bullshit. They just want like the cameras need to like see them perfectly, and it's just another way to pull people over for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I went out there with a screwdriver, and it wasn't a screw. It was like the bolt, and I had to go get my ratchet, and I was like, that's fucking I took it off, and I had never taken the plate off or never taken the frame off, so like it's black all around the edges of the frame. They're gonna think there's still a plate or still a frame on there.
A couple spider nests behind it. Yeah, I get it.
Oh my god. Final story tonight. Let's end on an up note. Arcade 1UP going out of business, allegedly. So I mean, I said this to you and you're like, duh. Like, no shit, really? The company that makes really expensive half-sized video game cabinets that only plays one game, that's not a good business model? Apparently not.
Not in a space where space is at a premium and nobody can afford to live in like a 10 by 10 room.
But also, you buying it like you get the game because it's supposed to be like a realistic experience, but it's like people will install Apple Pie or what is it called, Raspberry Pi, or like they want more games on there. It's like ridiculous. You have to buy like 10 arcades to have 10 games. Like, that's just not how reality works.
Well, there's that, and then you have to buy like because they're small. You have to buy. They make bases for them to like make them
riser,
to elevate them. The riser,
hunch over. You can buy the seat if you want. It's a whole thing. It's like. Maybe you get one, but you're not gonna like. You're actually gonna play Pac-Man on this thing when you can just play it on your phone or not play Pac-Man. Why do we always have to play Pac-Man? Like, Pac-Man fucking sucks. I'm sorry, I never liked Pac-Man. There's too much pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
The funny part about this, I mean, it's not funny that this company is going into business, but I think people expected this. And part of it is like, well, it's that next generation that has no attachment to physical games or anything. They're ruining it for everyone. Like, again, when we die, it's all going away because nobody else cares about physical toys or physical video games. Bury them with us because no one else is going to give a shit. Do you agree with that?
Nobody will. I agree, 100%. It's over.
I don't think anybody can.
I'm trying to think.
It's over.
I'm trying to think, like, if my kids even care. Like, they don't even know what they want for Christmas. We're still asking them, "What would you like?" And they're like,
it's too late.
I don't know. It is too late, but they have their interests, and it's not the stuff that I thought they'd want. But like my kids, they're getting older, and they're like, who needs it?
Get them a professional LinkedIn account. That's what they should get them. Get them a job.
Get them a job.
Get them like the password manager software. These are the gifts that we get our children these days.
My wife, I know my kid today was like, when should I get a job? And I was like, sooner than later, I think. Go for it.
Get out there. Work the fields. In Florida, help you can work when you're 10. They changed the laws.
Really?
You can get out there.
Oh my God.
They don't care. Listen, we got lots of jobs open because we got rid of a lot of people for some reason. I think it was a bad reason, but decisions are being made. They want to get rid of the home. What's it called? You pay money because you have a home. What's that thing? What's that thing where you pay money each year because you own a house?
Homeowners insurance?
No, it's the tax. The homeowner's tax. There's some fancier word for it. But you know what I'm talking about.
Tax?
I don't know what that word means. But anyways, it's like your property value of your house. You pay your property values. Property value tax. Something like that.
Yeah.
Property taxes. Property taxes. Yeah, we did it.
Oh, there you go.
They want to get rid of property taxes because here's the real reason. All of the rich people own real estate now, and they don't want to pay those because they have all these houses that they use for like renting and shit, and they don't want to pay property taxes. They would rather have taxes on like stuff you buy or like people who don't live here who come in for vacation, because that doesn't affect them as much. They don't care about that. But what people seem to forget is that those property taxes basically fund the existence of these towns. Who's going to pay for your fire and police? Where's that money going to come from? It's got to come from somewhere. You think you're just going to get this money for free? You are dumb. And also, the people proposing this are fucking criminals. Do you not read the news and see what they're doing? Holy shit. What the hell? That's all I'm saying.
That's a
Where's the Tylenol?
wild thing.
Merry Christmas. Where's the Tylenol? So that's going to be a big thing in the news. I don't know if that'll go national. Listen, I don't want to get into a whole thing here. People are going to find out where I work. They're gonna turn me in, and they're gonna be like, "You have to stop doing this show, or you have to quit." It's like, I fucking quit.
Oh, no.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do without me? What are you gonna do without me? Oh, you're just gonna be fine. All right, fine. I forgot that's how it works. Let me check the list here. See if we've missed anything. No, I think we did a good job. You got anything else?
I think so. I don't. It was a quiet week. I've been trying to get everything set up.
Almost Christmas. 1 week. Is it 1 week till Christmas? Christmas next week.
Week and a half
from this Wednesday.
Today's the 13th. So 15.
No. Let's say today is
12 days.
Let's say today is Wednesday. Let's say today is Thursday. It's a week from Thursday.
Okay.
That's soon. So next week will be our Christmas show. Christmas-ish.
Famous Christmas show.
Pre-Christmas
Christmas
show.
Special. It's a Christmas
and then the
special.
Next week will be our New Year's special. Remember one year we did a special Christmas one, and I had like commercials and stuff, like famous for that. Old commercials. That was a lot of work.
Yes.
Should post that.
Remember that. Then we go through our top. Yeah, we went through our top 5 commercials that we enjoyed.
Yeah, I do like doing that around Christmas, is watching old commercials, because now it's all AI, like McDonald's and their AI commercial. Like, what are we doing, guys? At least leave the Christmas commercials be real. Like, go make some puppets or something. Find some horses, film your horses. Doesn't need to all be AI. I know it's fast. I know it's cheap. Save some money for the year. Make your Christmas commercial with real horses. That's all I'm asking. I don't ask for much. Bring back the play places. That's my other ask. All right, Bill. Anything else for this week?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, very good. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.